We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Yes, greetings, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. From any part of the world you're watching me, you are welcome to my usual program, Nigeria Deserves Better. And I'm your host, Nze Ikay. My people, there is fire in the mountain, real fire on the mountain. For some times now, I've not broadcasted, and I'm live at the moment on YouTube. The address is there. I am equally on Facebook. I'm equally right now live on Instagram. Unfortunately, that of the Instagram, I cannot show some of the pictures that I intend to use in making today's topic. But I want us to understand something, that leaders plan for tomorrow and the next generation, while politicians only plan for election. How to rig, how to manipulate figures, and how to stay in power. We are in a country called Nigeria. Right before our eyes, the country is being decimated, is going down. Everything about Nigeria is gone. We are witnesses to some of the happenings. Right before us, a country by name Nigeria is dying just because people that are incompetent, people that hate the country but just want to remain in power, are just there. I've talked extensively with so many people today when I heard the news of how terrorists held Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, went to a prison located in the heartland of the country, maximum security prison, the one that is supposed to have been the safest in Nigeria today. They went in there, released prisoners, almost about 900 prisoners, according to unverified reports. About half of them are caught, and the rest are large. You see, when there were warnings about this impending doom, the Buhari led administration and his APC party paid deaf ear to it. They cared less. Yes, they cared less. They went on in their usual manner. When a terrorist is caught, you know that this is a terrorist. You now treat him with soft globe. Then you say it's a repentant terrorist. Meanwhile, the people that they have taken over their lands, taken over their houses, raped their women, killed their husbands, are all in IDP camps. And the terrorists now you call repentant Boko Haram terrorists. You get them reintegrated in the army, send some to abroad to go and study. You bring them back, they are repented. They eat the best food on taxpayers' money. You refuse to call them terrorists, you call them bandits. Now, they are now after you. All you northern elites that has been pampering these people, they are now after you. Imagine a whole presidential convoy was attacked in his own home state, bombarded. The distance from Kuje prison to Aso Rock is not up to 50 or 60 kilometers, maximum 100 kilometers. The distance apart. In the heartland of Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, terrorists organized themselves, brought in weapons, attacked the prison, and got away with it for 3 good hours. At this stage, the Minister of Defense is supposed to be throwing in his own resignation. The Minister of Interior is supposed to be throwing in his immediate resignation. Police, IGP, throwing your immediate resignation. Yes, all of them. If it's a normal country, this is what they're supposed to be doing by now. Resign. It's a total failure. And this is just the beginning because it's going to really get very serious soon. It's going to get serious. Yes, I never liked Buhari, and I always say it from the beginning. I knew he's going to be a failure. I have known that, and I always say it and repeat it with full confidence because I know what he did in 1983 when he entered power in 384. He couldn't do nothing. I know that. I've always been against him, and I know that he was a failure from the beginning. But then I will not be part of those who will say, okay, it's good that he is encountering that kind of attack in a convoy. Why? Because these terrorists do not know who is ordinary Nigerian, who is a Christian, who is a Muslim. They do anything, anybody to them They waste you. All the churches in Nigeria today, they enter, they do what they want. The priests are being slaughtered like ram. America and the whole world are keeping quiet. The blood being shed in Nigeria today cannot even be compared with any part of the world where there is total war. On the average in Nigeria, weekly, over 500 to 600 people die weekly, slaughtered for different reasons in different parts of the country. Yet we have a president, we have ministers, we have all these people. You see, when we do these kind of things and we don't really understand what we are doing, we are not being fair to ourselves. Thank God that Mazen and the Kano is not there. Because if he has been there, the next story tomorrow will be that, oh, IPOB went there to release Nnamdi Kano. Nobody will do it again. If this happened in any part of the East, by now, all the whole young boys and girls would have been wiped out. By a government that is, lying to themselves. A government you are seeing that things are decaying. The situation is getting out of hand. Go online on different social media networks. Go across the media houses in Nigeria. Read the newspapers. All you see, the whole of the attacks is based only on one person, Peter Obi. The election now is Obi versus the rest of Nigeria. The rest candidates. They don't want to even listen to anything. All they want is, we must stop this Peter Obi. There is nothing more they want. Because they know that that is the only man sane enough to control things. But I tell you one thing, God is not sleeping. Whatever you're doing, continue doing. Continue deceiving yourself. When you continue like that, that's so rock. Those terrorists you have been pampering will come in there and leave. They will surely come in there. The rate at which things are going now. How did they get the weapons into Abuja? Who brought those weapons into Abuja? But go to the southern part of Nigeria. Every 500 meters is police checkpoint, custom checkpoint, DSS checkpoint, EFCC checkpoint, army checkpoint. Everything is there. Go to the east. Everywhere. Excuse me. Now take it directly from Karan Amoda or even the border town with Nigeria Republic. Take it down to Abuja, even to Suleja. The moment after Suleja comes to Abuja, you will not see a single checkpoint. There's not even a border between Nigeria and Nigeria. Stupidity gone rampage. All they're doing there, everybody sitting down. Obi can never be president. That's all they are interested in. A Southeasterner cannot be president. Who gave you the audacity to talk nonsense in Nigeria? Who do you think you guys are? You can tell that nonsense to the Southwestern and the Yorubas who might be ready to listen to you, not an Easterner. Who are you to come out and start saying who will be who in Nigeria? Are you not taking too much for yourselves? You have been loading yourself from military regime everywhere over the country for how many decades? And what have you done? Nothing. Buhari was military governor of, was it not Northeast, comprising Borno everywhere there. You were for how many years? You were petroleum minister under Obasanjo. It was under you as petroleum minister that 2.8 billion, as at that time, $1 was 55 kapek. Under you, Buhari, 2.8 billion got missing. When Fela sang it, what happened? 1978. Obasanjo was the president. You, Buhari, was the minister of petroleum. 2.8 billion. At that time, $1 was 55 kapek. 5 kobo. Today, that money is gone and nobody's talking about it. You came in 83, December 31st. Luckily, Babangida sent you out of that place in 1985, 28th of August. 25th of August. Luckily. You were still with Sani Abacha. As still petroleum, chairman of PTL. Petroleum, everything about you is petroleum. Today, you're Minister of Petroleum and President of Nigeria. Now, since February till today, not even a single kobo the country is making. Not even one from exportation of petrol. A country that you told us you're going to build refinery every year, one refinery. Where are the refineries? Nobody should ask you questions. You have less than 1 year to stay in office. Less than 1 year to stay in office. Now you want to destroy everything in Nigeria before you go. We're not even talking about the debt you have left out with. Over 40 trillion is not what we are indebted to. No transparency in your government, nothing. The other day, your accountant general stole over 80 to 100 trillion or billion. That money is gone. He was only detained for 2 days or 3 days or 2 weeks and they released him. He's now at home, relaxing in Kano. The person, an Igbo man that took over after him, came out just last week and said that the post is empty. And what did you do? You rushed and removed him in power because he said the truth. Why don't you officially invite the ISIS or what we call ISWAP or whatever they are, Boko Haram, hand over government to them? You are telling me that terrorists just from the air, they entered into Nigeria. The weapons fall from heaven for 3 good hours. Where is our military? The military that used to go and fight in Ecomog, the military that quenched crisis in the whole of West Africa, Liberia, Sierra Leone, where are they? Terrorists entered the heartland of the country, inside Abuja, and released every single Boko Haram. All their members were released, even others free. And you guys are telling me that, wait. I don't even want to talk about you, Dino. I'm so disappointed. I saw you in 2017 in St. Petersburg. I spoke with you. I thought you were a human being. I just understood that. I mean, an animal is even better than you. You're just a cook who's only thinking of what to eat. You're not a human being in any way. You come out here to tell us, what's his name? Atiku married 3 wives. He married a woman, Yoruba woman. Therefore, he's a nation builder. Can you imagine how stupid you are? Can you imagine how stupid you are? Does that make sense at all to you? Officially, Atiku is 75 years. Officially. And we know that most Nigerians, what they use is Olympic age. What do I mean by Olympic age? Olympic age means they don't tell the truth about their ages. What does he know that is happening in Nigeria? When he's whining and dining every day in United Arab Emirates, he lives there. When the time for election comes, he will just breeze in. Then he will buy everything over. Who owns the whole of Port Harcourt port in One? Is it not Atiku? Atiku owns the whole port there. Where did he get that money? How many oil wells does he have? The whole thing is privatized in Nigeria. Who did it? Atiku. All you guys are doing is to play, aviate on our intelligence, play with us, do what you want to do, mess us around as you want. Now that we have this opportunity to either rectify, this is not about whether P2P is an Igbo man, Hausa man, Yoruba man, Kanuri man, anywhere. But it's about a situation where people are dying of hunger. People need to eat. Can't you guys get it? Our children are out of school. Can't you guys understand it? If you don't know the value of education, we do. The ones that are graduated have no job. Our decent girls have no alternative than to be sleeping around to eat food. This is what we are talking about. And this is why people like us talk. How many of you that are contesting election today, the two major political parties, I don't even want to talk about Kokwanso because I don't even consider him as even a presidential candidate at all. I know he's just there. Anytime tomorrow he can say, my followers, the few followers I have, vote for Atiku. I know he can sell out any minute, so I don't even want to talk about him. Atiku and Tinubu, can you be able to go to Berekete family and talk? And people will ask you a question? Arise Television, can you people bring Atiku, bring Tinubu? I was talking with somebody the other day, the person told me, Tinubu, if Tinubu can count from 1 to 100, then he will vote for him. Believe me, I slept over it. With all respect to Asiwaju, with all respect, there is a stage you get in life, nature will come and take its turn. I have heard you speak. I've heard you deliver speeches. You're brilliant. You're good. But I am fully convinced that you are not 70 years as you claim. You are far more than that. Age has already taken over. You are becoming too forgetful in what the things you say. You're no more coordinated. Anybody wishing you the presidency of Nigeria does not love you. You have a family. You have made name. You have made people. You have made obedient servants. You have raised men and women in Nigeria and particularly in Yoruba land who will adore you all the days of your life. Sir, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, please. Nature abhors a situation where you ride it. You cannot ride nature. You cannot, sir. You cannot. You are tired. You're weak. You are weak. You live on tablets. Just rest. Take your grandchildren and relax. If your wife and your children are part of the people pushing you for they don't love you. You're too weak to be Nigeria's president. If you love Nigeria and want Nigeria to grow, take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. There are too many scandals in your name that it is difficult for people to get convinced, except people who are selfish. By this, I mean people who are gaining from you, eating from the crunches that fall from your table. This is the truth, sir. This is the truth, Asiwaju. The Northerners, the Fulanis in particular, who are actually wanting you to be there, they have an aim. The same aim you had when you supported Buhari, that tomorrow Buhari will die, your boy Osibanjo will take up. This is the same thing they are hungry for. This is what they are wishing. That you take up, you will not be able to complete, then the second in command will take over. This is the same thing. But when the time comes, they will abandon you after eating your money. They will go and throw their vote for Atiku. I mean the political class. Because the youths are beginning to realize that the hunger now biting in Nigeria does not know any ethnicity, does not know any religion. Just that the thing is biting everybody. And that's why most people across the nations are getting obedient. And Peter Obi, whether you like, say he's on social media, is everything, he is coming up stronger by the day, every minute, every day. All the allegations you guys have been throwing on him, he is coming out of it neat and better. I watched his interview this morning on Arise Television. I got convinced more. And the truth is that even if tomorrow Southeasterners refuse to vote for Peter Obi, believe you me, Nigerians from other parts of Nigeria will vote for Peter Obi, and Peter will beat all of you. He might not beat you at the first stand, but if there's a second one, he will definitely beat you. He's going to come out number one to face any other person that comes out between you and Atiku. And instead of destroying that chance that he will have a landslide from Yoruba side, please throw in the towel. Your party, APC, has been destroyed in performance by Buhari. Buhari have destroyed APC. He has brought out the worst of APC. And you cannot convince any man, any normal human being, to give you a single vote unless you buy it with money. And even if you're buying it with money, you will be there to take gun and put in the person's head for the person to vote for you. Because the election will be, you might only win Lagos State if you don't take time. So why the waste? You bought the delegates over, but can you buy the Nigerian masses? I see you bringing out the telephone line, people to vote for you in telephone. I see the whole trucks you're already carrying around New York City. We're in Nigeria, we're not in New York. They're advertising your this thing in New York. Come to Moscow too. We help you to advertise and chop your money. But you will lose. Now I don't want to talk about Atiku. Somebody every 4 months he runs away from the country. Every 4 years he runs away. Nobody hears anything about him again. He's somewhere relaxing. In Arab Emirates, chilling out, having his good time with his numerous wives. Those ones are known ones, so the unknown ones nobody knows. He's there in Arab Emirates. There is a scandal now involving the vice president of Kenya. Money laundering. Kenyan money that was laundered. Atiku's name is involved. Obasanjo, his boss, came out openly to tell Nigerians that nobody should give Atiku a single vote. That Atiku cannot be trusted. And you think we have forgotten that? Obasanjo, of course, is not a saint. But for the best of my understanding, I think he has learned his mistakes and he really wants to right his wrong right before he dies. He wants to place a real impact. He wants to make an impact to correct some of the anomalies, some of the dirty things that they were doing in Nigeria. That's why he's coming out open. He has told everybody involved who cares to know. Don't vote for Atiku. Now you set up a committee to help you source a vice president within the PDP. The committee gave you the choice of the vice president of Wike. You now dumped it at the last minute and went for Koa. And now you want Wike to join you in campaigning. Haba. Why did you actually go ahead with the committee? Why did you tell them? Is that the game you play with us? You have brought your manifesto telling all sorts of stories you're going to do as president. You're telling us a lot of things you're going to do as president. We have seen them. But where's the guarantee that if you get there, you actually execute even one single one? There is already a red, an alert that you have already placed, which is very clear. Privatization of NNPC. That now is your target. The same thing you did under Obasanjo is what you want to come now. Privatize the NNPC. The next thing, bam! The highest bidder goes. The same way you collected One Wharf in Port Harcourt, that is what you're going to do. NNPC, you people will steal everything there. Sell NNPC. Of course, it's moribund. It's not working. We know that. But it still belongs to the people. And now what you guys are planning is to collect it and sell it off. That's why I want to enter power. Every year you contest. Every year you contest. But I am happy for one thing. No matter the poverty you people have subjected the Nigerian youths into, the Nigerians into, no matter the poverty, the wreckage, financial wreckage, you people have subjected people in Nigeria. I can tell you for sure that the youths are out and Nigerians are out in this 2023. It's not going to be huru for all of you. Not you, not Tinubu. Ọ ga-eme unu n'anya fiam. The way it will happen, it will be like lightning. You guys will wake up and say, what is this? We are still in the 8th month. Oh. We never even get to the, when it remains about 3 months to the end, to election proper. We are still now, and come and see what the obedience are doing with their own personal money, with their resources at their disposal. Watch out what will happen. Watch out what will happen in the next 2 or 3 months. And I thank INEC very much for extending this voters registration indefinitely. At least there are people who even by the 31st of December, they will become 18. They're eligible to vote. There are people even by February next year, they will become 18. They're eligible to vote and get registered. That alone shows that the INEC is determined to, for the first time, be transparent. It's another thing to get registered and vote. Another thing is for the votes to count. But when it comes to that, we'll talk about that. When it comes to that, we'll talk about that. You and I know that the country is a total mess. We can no more hide it. I was shocked when I listened to Kwakwanso yesterday. I was shocked. Or was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? When what he opened his mouth to say. You see, when these people, they don't have anything to do, the next thing they start dividing us along ethnic lines. Because that is their regular trademark. They now remind us that, this man is Nyamere, this man is Aboki, this man is Ofemano. All these things. We have crossed that stage. We have crossed that stage. The Igbos you despised. Why don't you leave them to go? But you don't want to leave them to go. Okay, we are going to force democracy and common sense onto your heads in Nigeria. That is the only weapon we have. The only weapon we have is bringing in a normal Nigerian into power. And God will pass all of them. No matter how you gang up, definitely you'll gang up. Definitely you will. But as many as they gather, you all hit the rock. Because that man you are fighting, that P2B you people are fighting, there is too much grace on him. Too much grace. Just listen to what he told Kwakwanso in reply to what Kwakwanso said. Let me allow you guys to listen.
What's your take on that?
Well, the comments from my respected elder brother, Kwakwanso, is the reason why we have 100 million Nigerians living in poverty. The reason why we have 18 million Nigerian children out of school. It is the reason why we have over 55% of Nigerians in under unemployment ladder. It's the reason why we have all the problems, why Nigeria is insecure. Because rather than vote for competence, we will choose to vote for incompetence based on a primitive consideration of ethnicity and religion. Tell me, today you can't travel from Abuja to Kaduna by air, by road, by train. Is it because someone from the southeast is in charge? You can't travel from Abuja to Mina by road. Is it because someone from the southeast is in charge? Yesterday we had an attack by bandits on the presidential convoy in Katsina. Is it because the president from southeast is in charge? Show me.
My people, did you get the message here? You see, there are certain things I listen, I become so happy. Look at how polite he was. That the comment made by his elder brother, Kwakwanso, is the reason why we have 100 million Nigerians living in poverty. What was the comment? That a Southeasterner cannot be president. You see, when I look at these people, I really see that they are living beclouded by the past. They don't even understand Nigeria of today. You see, all the whole scheme they have been using is a total flop. History is not taught in our curriculum. The youths of today don't even know the history of Nigeria. And why do you demand somebody who doesn't know the history of his fatherland to have love for that fatherland? There is no heart, there is no cohesion. At least teach the history of Nigeria. If they're able to teach the history of Nigeria, for Nigerians to know about our forefathers, our founding fathers, the love they had amongst themselves, why they came together to build a better country. If we can be able to really teach that, then you see that Nigerians will really understand. But Nigerians are not equipped to understand, especially this young generation. The whole curriculum being taught in school need to be changed entirely. But if you don't change it, people cannot just overnight say love. Because there is this seed of hatred that has actually come up even to people of my age. Honestly, we started forgetting that until Buhari came and brought out the worst in Nigerians. Buhari established this hatred. He made it an official official document. When he opened his mouth, he said 95, 97%, 5%. When he opened his mouth, he said the dot people. They're just like a dot in it. But, I mean, how can a president be making such stupid comments? The Igbos are just like a dot. And you're sitting down there, you say you love the country, you want to bring the country together. What the hell are you talking about? And we easily forget. Bring back the history of the country. Let the people be taught. Let them know why things are the way they are and what they ought to do based on what that happened before. Then changes can come in. That is the essence. That is the importance. That is what we should be hammering upon. This is exactly what we should be doing as a people. But we don't do it. All we do is to maim and destroy. All we do is to cut ourselves amongst ethnic and religious diversity. All we do is to bring ourselves. Say, okay, this one is Muslim. This one is what do you call it? Christian. Look at Russia. Putin is from St. Petersburg. The president of the Russian Senate is from St. Petersburg. The prime minister then, Medvedev, is from St. Petersburg. But the country is moving forward. Because they have crossed that level whereby it's not about ethnicity or where you come from. Although there are some places where they have autonomous ethnic groups that exist inside Russia. They are autonomous. You see that these people are working. Today I was reading through the internet. I saw Tanzania already implementing an electric train. The next thing I told myself, oh, look at Tanzania of yesterday. That was a total mess until the late John Magufuli, the bulldozer, came into power. When John Magufuli came into power, what did he do? He cut immediately, drastically, cost of governance. And everybody sat up. People returned to work. Just the same thing Peter Obi is trying to do now. Everybody came up, and the next thing you see, within a year, Tanzania started moving forward. Today they're enjoying it. They're proud. The Tanzanians are proud. Even a lot of Russians now travel to Tanzania. I know that. I'm not told. Then it's difficult for us to. We have a man who is willing to organize Nigeria, who is willing to put things in order immediately and instantly. And what are we doing? What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I see people that are paid. All they're doing is to go to social media, include Sahara Reporters, name them Punch newspaper, Vanguard, TVC television, what do you call them again? All these honky hustle shits up and down. The next thing they keep writing nonsense, talking nonsense. You were talking about P2B, that Obi is this, Obi is that, Obi is that. All this. What do you gain? Only your pocket. What do you gain? Only your pocket. Obi made a statement today that I so much respect. They're already accusing him that his supporters. How can Obi answer for what his supporters are doing? You're talking about Obi supporter. Nigerians want to liberate themselves. They just see Obi as the person that they want to use and stand behind him. Full stop. Nigerians are tired of your honky hustle shit. Nigerians need a total liberation from your mess. It is not about Peter Obi at all. Yes, Peter Obi is speaking the language they are ready to take in. He's speaking that language. That is true. He's speaking the language Nigerians understand. He has the programs that Nigerians want to hear. You people, you stand on television from morning to night. All you do is to tell lies, fallacies about the same man. Tell Nigerian public what you want to do. Kwakwanso spent about 15 or 20 minutes the other day talking. Only thing he's talking is Peter Obi. Tell us what you want to do. Leave Peter Obi alone. Obi will enter there and tell us what he wants to do. He's not going there to go and rigmarole. He's not going there to tell you nonsense. He's not interested in talking about anybody. He's talking about the program he has. Look at this afternoon. What did he say? This morning, what did he say? He said he doesn't believe in a situation of complaining. He wants to take up the job from the very first minute he's sworn in. He will start the work from that very first minute. And what he's talking about? He will hit the ground and get things running. That is what a man is supposed to talk about. It's not you sitting down there and telling us, I didn't meet any money in the purse. I didn't meet this. He knows the biggest problem we have is darkness. And that is why when God created the earth according to the Bible, the first thing he said, let there be light. He created light and there was light. And after this, he say, oh, it's good. How can terrorists raid anywhere they want to raid in Nigeria? We're in the middle of the night. Because everywhere is darkness. Everywhere is darkness. Everywhere is total darkness. You don't even know who is coming in the dark. Not to talk of how dark they are. Black people from Sudan, from all these Chad, all these mad people that are really black. How do you distinguish them from darkness? Because there's no light. Put on light there. What are Nigerians asking you? Give us light. Give us security. And we come back home and you see money. You see employment. But no, all you people want, look at Dino. All you sit down is to come out and be showing off. You bought Rolls Royce, you bought Ferrari, you bought. Shows how demented you are. The next minute, you were the person who was campaigning for Buhari. You, Abubakar Atiku, Showere, Tinubu, this former Senate president, I've forgotten his Sariki, and the host of you people campaigned and campaigned. Buhari is the Messiah. Now look at the Buhari. The people brought this Buhari. Now you same Dino is now telling us Atiku. You think we have very short memory? Out of all of you, including Dele Momodu, it was only Dele that came out to apologize publicly that he erred in judgment. Have you done that? Dino, no. Has Tinubu done that? Never. Has, what's his name? Atiku done that? Never. Has Saraki done that? Never. All of you that Showore, have you done that? Never. All of you that brought this Buhari to power with Okorocha, they came to his house the other day, entered under the pillow, under the bed. He was there praying, God help me, God help me. Just I look at these people, cowards. They don't even have balls. All these people stealing our money and doing what they want to do. They don't even have single balls. You have your Rolls Royce, you have whatever you have. On which road do you drive them? On which road? Now you cannot even move from Abuja to your home, your village. In a country you have destroyed. In a country you brought a Buhari that had destroyed the country. You cannot even move. Very soon now, you cannot even move out from your own place to your neighbor's house. Who are the people to do the security in Nigeria? When the policemen are holding umbrella for the wife of Senator, distinguished Senator this, I don't even know what is distinguished about you guys. Distinguished because you steal money? A policeman is busy holding umbrella and carrying food for the wife of Senator this, the wife of that. Then Kogi State Governor, the wife is there dishing out money to security. Oh, no. You people are sick. The worst that annoyed me is this disgusting guy for Medi or whatever. I used to think that guy is normal, that is even a big boy or somebody who has any sense of what he says. But I was so disappointed when he brought this disgusting argument against P2B yesterday. I watched it, I said, God, the respect I had for this man until that happened, I couldn't even believe it that is possible. How can you fail in judgment to distinguish between somebody that has no resemblance with Obi's son? Something in the social media, you know that all these things are fake. You're bringing it out to show as evidence on national television. Haba! Your judgment stinks. Your judgment stinks. Obi's son, who is busy, a Nollywood actor doing his own thing, he has no time to even see his father. A boy brought up in a way to fend for his living. You say he has his time to go and waste his iPod. Are you normal? Do you know the story of iPod and how P2B and iPod, how iPod and P2B, they don't even see eye for eye? You don't know? Yet you came out to start actually castigating P2B, accusing him that he's a member of IPOB. And now you went to personally touch his own family, taking somebody else with and saying that it's P2B's son. Let us hear to what he replied yesterday.
Yeah, let me tell you, I just came back from London. I can't even see my son. He's consumed by her work. He would tell me that, listen, Dad, I like, how are you? How is politicize your campaign? I like what you're doing. To me, I can exchange my messages with my son. My son will tell you, listen, Dad, I don't have time for this. I did this, I did. I've stayed in a week in New York. I could not see my son because he was busy doing what he's doing. Okay. So he doesn't have time for that. That thing happened in Germany. My son doesn't live in Germany, he lives in the UK. Okay. And he's consumed by his work. Okay. And I want Alaji, I can tell him, I'll bet any amount for anybody to prove or say that is my son. It's shorter. It's this, so
To tell you the truth, I pity this man. I just pity this man. Just look at how you people take stories that has nothing to do and fake up one thing just to make sure you want to bring down Obi. You are not bringing down Obi. The hungry masses of Nigeria want Obi. And there's nothing people can do. The set time is now. No matter how you try to do it, you will fail. I put it to you guys, you will fail and fail woefully. Take it from now till tomorrow, you will continue to fail and you will fail until you will reason like human beings. You will fail and fail woefully. Anyway, as understanding the situation in Nigeria today, understanding what we are going through, understanding that this is a war between the truth and the wrong, understanding that we should not give up because we know that these criminals are determined to do everything possible from allowing us to free ourselves from their bondage, from the bondage that are holding us. APC, PDP, I want you people to know that no matter what you do, we shall overcome. We are not alone in this battle. God is with us, and we shall definitely overcome. On a final note, I want to use this opportunity to remind each and every one of us, and all those watching me right now, that while we are looking at the situation in Nigeria, I want you guys to call back your school of thought by listening to this message, because what is obtainable in Nigeria today is a hard thing that should not be swallowed easily. I'll come back again after playing this video for you.
This video might be the reason why a lot of people dislike the Nigerian president.
This penta of Gary was 200 naira before, but presently it's been sold at 900 naira. This groundnut oil was sold at 500 naira before, but presently it's been sold at 2,000 naira. This egg was sold at 20 naira before, but currently it's sold at 80 naira. Now imagine how much would be the crate of an egg. This super bag noodles was sold at 60 naira before, but presently it's sold at 150 naira. And a carton of this before goes for 2,000 naira, but right now a carton of super bag noodles goes for 5,200 naira.
Before na 200 naira, now I don't turn to 450 now. People they complain well, they say too cost, too small now. Before now the see money now, no. Before I say one, I go suffer. Before I say one.
This cup of beans was sold at 35 naira before, but presently a cup of beans goes for 120 naira. This cup of rice was sold for 40 naira before, but at the moment a cup of rice now goes for 130 naira.
Formerly, this size of fish we used to sell it at the rate of 400, 450, but now the way this is getting costly, it's getting out of hand. Now we are not selling this size 1,000 naira, and people cannot buy it because it's very costly. And that time that we used to sell it 400, 450, we used to buy it in the Korum, like let's say 8,000. But now we are not buying it 23,000 for a carton. And in the carton, it's not less than, let's say, 22 pieces inside the carton. If we sell it less than 1,000 naira, we that is selling it, we run at loss. We are getting tired of it. We don't know what to do. Please, you people should come to our help.
This cup of melon was sold at 80 naira before now, but presently a cup of melon goes for 350 naira. This cup of tomatoes before now was sold for 400 naira, but presently this cup of tomatoes now goes for 1,000 naira. Before now, this size of a tube of yam was sold from 150 naira to 200 naira, but presently it's sold at 800 naira. These two small tin tomatoes were sold for 15 naira before now, but presently both of them goes for 200 naira.
A bag of water that used to be 17 naira before, today one sachet is 30 naira, and one bag is 350 naira. How can anybody survive with this kind of change? From 70 naira to 350 naira. That is too much.
We are now borrowing loans so that we can be able to meet up in our market. And after borrowing the loan now, we are not still meeting up. And our children are in the school, but they cannot, where they are, they will be complaining that this is very costly. When we give them money to go to school, before a week time, they will be asking for another money. That what we gave to them is not enough because the way things is costly in the market. Government should please, they should see to it, because we are getting tired. Most especially me. All the money that I borrowed, they have all finished. I'm still looking for another one to borrow. They should please come and help us out.
Before now, a tin of peak milk was sold at 80 naira, but presently, a tin of peak milk is now 300 naira.
You can't even inside with bread these days again because there's no oil inside anymore. They no longer put oil, they put water now. A lot of things has changed. The society is now becoming very hostile for us to survive.
This brown soap was sold at 120 naira before now, but at the moment, this brown soap is sold at 400 naira.
Before, I used to go to market with 10,000 naira to buy what I will cook, and at least I will be happy. But today now, even 27,000 naira is not enough. If I buy something of 27 naira, it will be remaining 220 naira for transportation back home. We are supposed to go with 50 naira and paying 200 naira. My brother, the country is too bad. Sometimes I will sell food for people, they will be insulting me. I will come to buy, they will be insulting me. How will it be? You people should help us too. The problem why I'm trying to complain is that the government are not helping us. You can imagine whereby someone will be buying something or pricing something from a seller and the seller will be insulting that person. As look as I am now, if who I want to buy something for insult me and I start fighting in the market, what will people say? They will start to, as in, want to take me to station. One day I will keep person in this market because of the way things is cost. You people should find how to amend it because of me. I no get joy with the way they insult me.
This could be the reason why majority of Nigerians don't like their president. He doesn't communicate personally with his citizens. The society is becoming more hostile. People cannot even survive anymore. Nothing has changed about their income. Look at them. How are these people surviving? It is only God in heaven that knows how these people are able to survive. Before now, I used to buy sardine for 70 naira. Sardine is now 800 naira. What has changed about my income? Nothing. How are people surviving? It is in times like this that the president needs to come close to his citizens. Let them hear from him. Even if Mr. President has experts that are working behind the scenes to manipulate policies or implement policies that will make the economy stable again, Mr. President has to say something. Not every Nigerian is literate enough to understand the concept of economics, because all we keep seeing every day is that the prices of commodities, they just keep increasing every single day, and nobody knows if this situation is going to get better. This could just be the reason why a lot of Nigerians don't like the president. He doesn't have any close relationship with its citizens.
Yeah, the cost of things these days is very high. A lot of people are complaining, especially the poor. No work, no source of income, and people are saying that they want government to help them. With this one, I believe that government should show concern concerning these things. Everything is very expensive. People are really getting out of anger. A lot of people are a lot of things happening. People are even trying to give up because of the way the things are very costly. So government should help us.
Yes, you see, I purposely played this for some of us, or some of you rather, who are adamant to face the reality of life in terms of the situation that we have in Nigeria. the situation we have at home is very, very bad. It's very bad. And it's not ending soon. The way I'm looking at it, it could get worse. Now, this security problem is full blown. It's no more a question of thinking that as the president, he can get away with it. No. Wahala day. This is the truth. Real wahala day. That is the fact. So, on this particular note, I'm going to leave you today. I have to sincerely apologize for not being able to be online for some weeks now. I've been very busy, very, very busy, preoccupied with a lot of things. And I want to implore my fellow countrymen, especially the youths. I know that for one reason or the other, you are frustrated to go and get the PVC, probably by the INEC themselves, or probably by the situation, the locality you are. I want to remind you that disenfranchising yourself at a critical time in the annals of our country, Nigeria, is not the best alternative. No matter how frustrated you might be, maybe you have gone to INEC five times, 10 times, it's not working. Please and please, don't give up. You have only one weapon to change the situation in that country to a better one. If only you can get your PVC and get yourself registered to vote and finally vote. And when you're getting your PVC, make sure you are getting your PVC nearest to where you will be during the time of election. Because normally the system like we and I know, all roads are closed. That means you can't go far. Maybe you can trek a distance of 10 kilometers. It's still an exercise. You trek it to go and cast your vote. These two big political parties, the APC and the PDP, must go. If for Nigeria to be better, these two parties must be voted out. That is pure and simple. There is no if, there is no but about it. It's the truth. These two parties must go. If you people keep quiet and allow these two parties to stay in power, believe you me, what we are going to see from 2023 upwards will be far better than what we are seeing today. Because having listened to the two, they don't have any program, neither Atiku nor Tinubu. They might write anything they want to write, they don't have any program. Tinubu might be good, but then Tinubu has a problem. He's physically docile. There's nothing you can do about it. When nature has stepped in, you calm down. You cannot do anything. He has hustled, he has gone through a lot, he has come up, but that time the nature comes calling now. There's nothing he can do about it. He's old and he cannot fit in anymore. This is the truth. So, and all of you who are already who are my subscribers, I thank you very much. And if you are not yet my subscriber, please go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like the video and share it. I will be coming more often than the past weeks because I think the politics is really heating up now. I do this because of my love for my country. I do this because of the change that I really want for a better Nigeria. You might like me for doing it. You might hate me for doing it. You might be wondering, why is he always bothering himself? Yes, I want to bother myself for a better Nigeria to be, because good men cannot sit down and do nothing. Then the evil will prevail. Remember, and I want you to remember very solidly, leaders, plan for tomorrow and the next generation. Why politicians plan for elections? Currently, we have a leader in Nigeria, and that, to my best understanding, amongst all that come out today, Peter Obi is the leader most distinguished amongst all of them to lead Nigeria to a better land. John Magufuli did it in Tanzania. Peter Obi can do it in Nigeria. John Magufuli did it, the bulldozer did it in Tanzania. Peter Obi Okute can do it in Nigeria. Let us give him that chance. I am very, very obedient. Nobody can change my opinion about it. And I beg you, my brothers and sisters, if there is any blood running in your vein, if there is any iota of decency in your life, now is the time to put it to work. Now is the time to make it real. Now is the time for Nigeria to reap that which you can give it. So before I go and leaving you at this particular moment, I wish you a blessed day. For all those who are mourning on day in their place, and for all those in Russia and people that have the same time zone with us, especially my lovely people at home in Nigeria, I love you guys dearly. I wish you the best. We are not giving up. It is not yet Uhuru for us, but for them, it is already Uhuru. They are living. No matter what they say, they will live. We are going to move them out of that place, and we do it with our PVCs. Please get your PVC and run it. So I leave them and I leave you with this particular advertisement from P2B, and is in Hausa language.
Shugaban kasar mu yanzu sai Peter Obi. Najeriyar mu mun faɗi babu irin ka. Gaba ne ƙarya suke su san kukanka. Peter Obi ke ba da mulki shi zai baka. Peter Obi makashin ƙasa ashe an san ka. Peter Obi murza gudan maza ba shakka. Peter Obi Najeriya in Allah ya yarda.
Gaskiya Malam Ibrahim ba zan baka tuwo ba yau, ba zan baka ba, gaskiya ba shi yayi yawa. Kullun sai dai kai ne ka dauko babban riga, ka dauko gunjimar riga, ka kakkaba riga ka sa, yau ka zo ka dauko katuwar riga, gobe ka zo ka dauko katuwar riga, ka ganka kamar bai kuɗi. Amma ka zo na ka ci tuwo bashi, yau tuwo bashi, gobe bashi. Bari ka ji Malam Ibrahim, wannan sa rigan naka ba zan sa dinga daukar tuwo na ina baka ba. Na gaji 5,000, gaskiya in kaga ka ci tuwo a nan gurin sai dai in kuɗi aka bani.
Don Allah Mama Rashida ke haƙuri, ki taimaka ki bani to. Kin ga yanzu daga taron jam'iyyar muke, da zaran jam'iyyar mu ta hau mulki san zo in baki naira nawa ne 5,000 zan mai da miki shi 10,000 ki taimake ni dan Allah ki bani.
Dan dakata dan yi min shiru dan Allah ni fa haushi ma kake bani. Taron siyasan me? Suna can yan siyasan suna siyan fom miliyan 100 suna nan sun baka da wata doguwar riga ina zuwa idan har da gaske ne me yasa da ka je wurin taron siyasan basu baka 5,000 din zaka zo ka biya bashin tuwo ba sai dai suka baka da wata doguwar riga kana ni yawo da wata babbar riga wai kai ka je taron siyasa yan siyasan me suke tsinanawa wannan ƙarya ta yan siyasa ita ka zo ka min nan gurin tuwo ka zo kai min ƙaryar ne ta kuta yan siyasa ka ce wai zaka mai da 5,000 ta zama 10,000 ka ba fara biyan 5,000 din tukunna bari ka ji in gaya maka magana ta ƙarshe idan har kaga ka ci tuwo a gurin nan to ka kawo kuɗin wanda zan baka ko kuma ka biya bashi ƙaryar yan siyasan zaka zo ka min me ban sani ba kana wani yawo.
Salamu alaikum. Mama Rashida ya kasuwa
alhamdulillah
samun malmala 3 na tuwo da farfesun kayan ciki akwai ganda ko?
A ganda yanzu nan ganda ta ƙare.
Ba komai samun farfesu. Yawa.
Adamu, a wannan lokaci da muke a cikin wannan talauci da damuwa har kana iya sayan malmala 3 har ka da farfesu kana tambayan ganda? A wannan yanayi?
Ibrahim. To ai Ibrahim bari ka ji albishirinka. Ibrahim.
Goro.
Duk wannan matsalolin na rashin aikin yi rashin tsaro da kake gani duk mu muka ja kanmu. Kuma mu yanzu mun gane gaskiya mun gane abin da yake faruwa a ƙasar nan.
Ta yaya?
Nan aka zo aka yaudare mu aka ce mu zaɓi ɗan yarenmu, ɗan gundumanmu, ɗan garinmu, mu zaɓi addininmu. Da muka zaɓe shi muka tabbatar ya shiga wurin me ya faru? Malamanmu ma da suka sa muka zaɓe su daga ƙarshe da suka gaya musu gaskiya ana kashe mutane ta'addanci yawa a ƙasa me ya faru a Abuja? Ba koro shi aka yi bai dawo ƙauye? Za a zo a rinka amfani da addini ana yaudaran mu, ana amfani da kabilanci ana yaudaran mu, ƙarya ne. Mu muka ja mu kanmu saboda haka yanzu kan mage ya waye. Idan mu ya buɗe, an yi walƙiya mun gansu. Suka je suna ta siyan fom miliyan 100 suka bar mu cikin talauci da tashin hankali. To mu yanzu Labour Party za mu zaɓa.
Labour Party?
Ƙwarai kuwa Peter Obi.
Ka ce kawai yanzu hankali ya kwanta yanzu kawai.
To ba ku bane kuka ta wancan guje-gujen?
Rashin sani ne.
Mama Rashida a samu tuwo.
Ya ji kaman kayi wani magana mai kwantar da hankali.
Labour Party. Jam'iyyar Peter Obi.
Cewa za ka yanzu waraka ta zo Najeriya. Za mu ci gaba da zuwa zumunci saboda zuwa ƙauye ya gagare mu ka je kan hanya aikin nafin ɗinka. To Allah ya kawo mana waraka ƴan uwa.
Ya zama dole mu canza canji. Dole mu canza canji. Yawwa saboda haka jama'a mu tashi kwanmu da kwarkwatan mu an shikatin zaben mu zabi Peter Obi a garkashin jam'iyyar Labour Party.
Wannan yanzu kai magana. Kin ga daman ko? Mun zabi lema ya yage. Muka koma tsintsiyan ma da ta share mu ta wacce kallon da mu. To yanzu abin da ya dace mu zaba mu dawo mu zabi cancanta wanda ya cancanta shi za mu zaba.
Mama Rashida.
Ina jin ka.
Yanzu tunda ya amince zai wannan tafiya a sako mishi malmala 2 na tuwo da farfesu.
Ina ƴan uwana mata ku zo mu zaɓi cancanta mu samu waraka a cikin ƙasarmu Najeriya. Sai Peter Obi.
Jama'a lokaci yayi da za mu zaɓi cancanta mu zaɓi wanda ya san darajar al'ummarsa mu zaɓi wanda yake da kishin talakawa. Najeriya sai Peter Obi.
Najeriya sai Peter Obi 2023 kai ne dai. A Labour Party Najeriya sai Peter.
We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.